Hello, dear students. Have you ever touched the surface of a leaf on a hot summer afternoon? Strangely, it often feels cooler than the air around it. Why is that? Well, just like we humans sweat to cool ourselves, plants too have a natural cooling system, and that process is called transpiration. Transpiration is the process by which plants lose water in the form of water vapor, mainly through tiny pores on their leaves called stomata. Isn't it fascinating to think that while we sweat to survive, plants transpire to stay alive? Now let's trace the journey of water inside a plant. Plants absorb water continuously from the soil through their roots. This water moves upward through special conducting tissues called xylem and is distributed to stems, branches, and leaves. Here's something amazing. Did you know that plants actually use only about 2% of this absorbed water in processes like photosynthesis and other life activities? Yes, just 2%. The remaining 98% is lost back to the atmosphere through transpiration. That's why when you forget to water your potted plants for a few days, they wilt quickly. Most of their water is constantly leaving them as vapor. Transpiration is not a single process. It happens in three main ways. First, cuticular transpiration, where water escapes directly through the thin, waxy cuticle of leaves. This is usually a small percentage. Second, lenticular transpiration. In woody plants, tiny pores called lenticels on the bark allow water vapor to escape. But the most important kind is stomatal transpiration. Around 80 to 90% of all water lost by a plant is through stomata, those microscopic pores on leaf surfaces. Stomata play a double role. They allow carbon dioxide to enter for photosynthesis, and at the same time, they let water vapor escape. Truly, they are the gatekeepers of plant life. Let's take a closer look at stomata. Each stoma is guarded by two special cells called guard cells. These cells control whether the pore is open or closed. When guard cells absorb water, they swell up, becoming turgid, and this opens the stomatal pore. When they lose water, they shrink, becoming flaccid, and the pore closes. This is a brilliant adaptation because it allows plants to balance two opposite needs, conserving water and taking in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Have you noticed how some plants fold or curl their leaves on hot afternoons? That's a survival strategy. They are closing stomata to prevent excess water loss. Now, why is transpiration so important? Let's explore its functions. First, transpiration cools the leaf surface, just like sweating cools your skin. Second, it helps create a powerful upward pull of water from roots to leaves, called transpiration pull. This is essential for tall trees where water has to travel tens of meters against gravity. Third, as water moves upward, it carries dissolved minerals from the soil, distributing them to different plant organs. Fourth, the continuous flow of water maintains turgidity of cells, keeping leaves firm and upright. And beyond the plant itself, on a global scale, massive transpiration by forests adds moisture to the atmosphere, contributing to cloud formation and rainfall. Isn't it fascinating that tiny stomata on leaves help drive the Earth's water cycle? Science becomes truly exciting when we can see invisible processes. Let me share a few simple experiments. If you enclose a leafy plant under a bell jar with a special cobalt chloride paper, you'll notice the paper turns from blue to pink. This shows the presence of water vapor released by transpiration. Another device called a potometer measures the rate of water uptake in a plant. As more transpiration occurs, the water column in the tube moves faster. These simple setups give us a window into the hidden world of plant physiology, proving that water is continuously moving out of leaves. Let's quickly recap the amazing journey we just explored. Plants absorb a large amount of water, but only about 2% is actually used. The rest is lost as water vapor through transpiration, mainly via stomata. This process is not wasteful. It keeps plants cool, pulls water and minerals upward, maintains cell turgidity, and even influences global rainfall patterns. So the next time you walk through a forest or even a garden, remember, every leaf you see is silently contributing to Earth's water cycle. Isn't it incredible? Something as tiny as a stomatal pore connects a plant's inner life to the vast atmosphere around us. Biology truly is the science of life in all its beauty. I hope this session opened your eyes to the wonderful world of plant physiology. Until next time, when we uncover more fascinating secrets of biology, keep observing the living world around you. You'll be amazed at what you find.